Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Rockets hope roster experiments keep paying off, having avoided playing Tyreen and Steven Adams in back-to-back games. Houston Rockets coach Ime Udoka utilized both against the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday, with Ime thriving a 119-111 home victory ahead of a showdown against the Golden State Warriors on Thursday. Both Ime and Adams will be unavailable against the visiting Warriors in the final game for both teams before the All-Star break. The Rockets' depth, a strong suit earlier this season, has been compromised by injuries and injury management, the latter being the reason for resting Ime and Adams in back-to-backs. Ime had 25 points, 9 rebounds, a season-high, tying 4 assists and 3 steals against the Suns. He spearheaded a balanced attack that included Jalen Green adding 22 points, Dylan Brooks and Ann Thompson scoring 18 apiece, and Alrin San chipping in 17 points and 13 rebounds. Thompson also contributed 11 assists and 10 rebounds for his fourth career triple-double. Still, the Rockets remain hamstrung by the absences of Fred VanVleet ankle and Jabari Smith Jr. hand. Though Smith is on the brink of returning from his 6-week absence after the break, the constant rotation tweaks have stalled the team's progress, but they have provided Udoka a chance to unearth additional options. Some guys will be in different roles, Udoka said. With our men starting and Jabari coming back and Fred getting back healthy, we've had a chance to look at what guys can do in different positions. Hopefully Steven and those guys can get back-to-backs eventually, and we just continue to use our depth to try and overwhelm people. That's what you kind of saw early in the season, but the injuries and guys being out of place at times has affected us some. The Warriors lost on Wednesday for the first time since Jimmy Butler arrived at the trade deadline, falling 111-107 to the Dallas Mavericks in the 5th game of a 7-game road trip that concludes follow-ing the All-Star break. Golden State rallied from a 15 third-quarter deficit but couldn't finish off short-handed Dallas, squandering an opportunity at its first 3-game winning streak since mid-November. Despite the result, the Warriors provided an example of their potential, with Butler working in concert with Stephen Curry as that duo combined for 22 fourth-quarter points to fuel the comeback. Throughout the game we just had little mental mistakes, Golden State guard Gary Payton II said following the defeat. We're going to have some turnovers and whatnot, but one mental mistake can lead to a flurry of shots and makes, so we've just got to lock in mentally and I think we'll be alright. Curry finished with 25 points, 5 rebounds and 8 assists, and Butler posted 21 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Work remains to ease the transition for both players and the Warriors as a whole, but the early results have been positive for a team that was idling before the seismic acquisition. It's made sense so far, Curry said. You see the positives of what Jimmy brings on both ends of the floor. He's a high IQ guy, a competitor. He plays under control all the time, and we've put pieces around him with different lineups. We're still trying to figure that out. It's been good so far. I'm excited about building some momentum. We want to end the road trip right. We've got an opportunity to do something pretty special considering where we've been this season. Kyrie Irving's big night lifts Mavs past Jazz. Kyrie Irving made a season-high 73 pointers and scored 27 of his 42 points in the second half as the Dallas Mavericks beat the visiting Golden State Warriors 111-107 on Wednesday. Klay Thompson and Max Christie scored 17 apiece. Brandon Williams added 12 off the bench and Maggie Marshall had 10 for Dallas, which won for the third time in its last 4 games. Irving was 7 of 10 from beyond the arc and had 7 rebounds. The Mavericks led 107-104 on Irving's three-pointer with 147 left in regulation before Golden State pulled even on Jimmy Butler's layup and Stephen Curry's free throw. Curry missed his second foul shot and the Mavericks regained the lead on Marshall's jumper with 25.6 seconds left. Christie converted 2 free throws with 10 seconds left after Butler's game-tying layup was overturned by an offensive foul, and Dallas sealed the victory by forcing a turnover on Golden State's final possession. Curry led Golden State with 25 points and 8 assists. Butler had 21 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Moses Moody and Gary Payton II two scored 14 points apiece off the bench and Draymond Green added 133 points. Dallas led 32-31 after one period and opened the second quarter on an 18-5 run to move ahead 50-36. Golden State cut the deficit to 57-56 after closing the half on a 15-3 run. Irving led all scorers for the half with 15 points. Irving made three straight three-pointers during a 16-6 run to give the Mavericks a 79-64 lead with 433 left in the third quarter. Their Warriors answered with a 14-4 run to pull with an 83-78 at the end of the period. Dallas led 99-89. After Chris scored with 6:12 left in the fourth quarter before Curry's three-pointer capped a 13-2 run and gave Golden State its first lead since early in the first quarter at 102-101 with 331 remaining, setting up the game-ending sequence. The injury-plagued Mavericks were without Daniel Gafford, right knee sprain, PJ Washington right ankle sprain, and Dante Exum Achilles tightness, and had only one player taller than 6'8" available. Warriors Joe LaCab reveals love for Jonathan Kuminga. Jimmy Butler lost the joy of playing basketball in the 2020-42 season as a member of the Miami Heat. However, the Golden State Warriors helped him retrieve such a warm feeling after signing the disgruntled star to a 2-year $110 million contract extension. Warriors ownership won't let such a hefty contract get in the way of giving joy to another player. Warriors Joe LaCab reveals love for Jonathan Kuminga. Although the Warriors are only $12.1 million short of hitting the dreaded second tax apron, the deep pockets of LaCab don't shake in fear like most NBA team governors. The Warriors will pay a combined $139.6 million for the 2025-26 season between Stephen Curry, Draymond Green and Butler. Yet despite such a significant financial commitment to the twilight year star trio, lack of ensured fans and the media, their Warriors have more room for love and, more importantly, extra money for the two-timeline star Kuminga. During an interview with Anthony Slater of The Athletic, the Warriors team governor expressed his love for Kuminga when asked if Butler's massive contract extension will affect the Warriors' decision to resign. Kuminga LaCab didn't hesitate to show the team's commitment to the young wing. Absolutely, Lab said, 100%. Are you kidding me? I love that guy. We love him. Although the Warriors didn't sign Kuminga to an extension, they reportedly didn't shop him during the trade deadline. They also refused to include him in a potential package for Utah Jazz's all-star forward Lauri Markkanen. Still, if the Warriors don't ascend to the greatness they project with the Butler, would LaCab have no issues paying second apron consequences if they failed to make the playoffs or peter out in the playoffs opening round? While such questions deserve answers, for now LaCab insists he'll show Kuminga the money or love. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Jonathan Sigan? Leave your opinion in the comments.